Hi, hello. Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about motivation. The motivation that we want to feel that energy to tackle our goals, whether it's in our personal life or getting off the couch sometimes. And so, motivation, I would say we need motivation, the science behind motivation, different types of motivation. Let's really talk about these, the secrets of motivation, how you can really use this knowledge to make things happen. It's not wishing you more motivation, it's really making you understand what it is. So, what is motivation? It's a psychological and physiological thing. It's not just a feeling, it's actually fascinating interplay between the mind and the body. Willpower alone is not enough. Think of a car. You need the engine, which is like a brain setting the goals and decisions, the plan and the willpower. You also need willpower, fuel, right? So that's where the hormones, nutrition, and the physiological part of the body comes in. So if you're just going on fumes, we are not going anywhere, right? So we need two types of motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic is like this, something lights you up from inside, the enjoyment, the satisfaction that you get from doing something you genuinely feel. I like playing guitar. I'm just getting the happiness. I'm not getting anything from outside. So the external rewards, like getting a promotion at work or avoiding a late fee, the deadlines, bonuses, gold stars, all those things are external motivators. So actually, you shouldn't be, relying too much on external motivation, So there are companies, they give a huge bonus for people to perform well. So the employees became so pressured and so they got burned out and their creativity died. So it really backfired, Extrinsic is effective during, in the short term, but it really undermines our drive in the long run. So you always need that internal spark to keep us going. So we got the types of motivation. What really drives us? The psychological drivers come in. See, look at this, like, there are things, the magical drivers that we need to talk about. Your life has some meaning. It contributes something more than yourself, right? When we can connect our efforts to our basic extra oomph to keep pushing forward. So when I feel personally like, my work is getting that fruit, I get more involved in that. So having control over what work you do and the freedom to make decisions, if you don't have a say in something, you have no say, then it's a deactivator. You just don't want to be a robot just following orders. We really want to have our own interest and motivation there. So this is all about growth next, right? The deep satisfaction by developing your skills and then developing something that you're passionate about, the feeling of progress, finally you nail the difficult, guitar practicing thing, right? So it's learn and grow is much more important. And the passion and curiosity, huge thing, passion and curiosity. When I'm genuinely interested in something, I can power through all of these. The boredom just melts away. So that interesting excitement makes all this difference. Purpose, autonomy, mastery, passion, and curiosity. It's a recipe for motivation. So just talking about this, I feel more motivated, right? So motivation is not just a mental game, it's a whole body experience. So dopamine, that feel good neurotransmitter, floods our brain when we achieve something and when we experience pleasure. So the brain is giving us a reward saying that, hey, you did a good job. So then we want to keep going, So, but it's not just about the internal rewards. It's also important to talk about the nutrition, magnesium and tyrosine. These are key nutrients for the brain. So what we eat can impact our motivation levels. It's really true. The study has shown that people who are deficient with magnesium feeling more fatigued and less motivated. When they boosted their magnesium level, their energy and drive came back. So what we fuel our bodies with plays a bigger role than what we might think. It's a two-pronged approach. The mental game, the purpose of autonomy and all that, we also need to make sure that we are giving the right fuel to our body to keep it going. So mind and body working together, that's important. So, some cool strategies that I can talk about to boost our motivation in a daily life. This is where the rubber meets the road, right? Where do we start? One of the powerful strategies is to really get clear on your values. What really matters to you? Be honest with what really matters to you instead of just doing something like a robotic way. So we are living out of an alignment with who we are, right? So take some time to reflect on your core values and then ask, are my actions and goals really aligned with what I truly believe in? The how becomes so much more easier then. So this might seem obvious, but it is crucial. Choose activities that you actually enjoy. So life too short to be miserable all the time. Some people force themselves to do things that they actually hate, and then they feel guilty of it, So if we can incorporate what we like on a daily basis, that's where the motivation actually, creeps in. So power of community, you cannot ignore that. Who you are with, who can keep you accountable. The power of community really, it's having your own personal cheer squad. So you having a support system makes all the difference. It makes you feel that you're not alone. So that makes a huge support. It's a great pillar. Boosting motivation. Goal setting is a big one. Having a clear and defined goal is a roadmap to success, right? There's no destination inside. Breaking down those bigger goals into smaller and manageable chunks, it'll be a much better thing instead of getting overwhelmed. So each small win gives the boost of motivation to tackle the next one. It's like climbing a mountain, right? You reached the next base camp, and so that'll be the best thing instead of looking at the summit of the mountain. So challenges are motivation. Yes, when we step out of our comfort zone, that's where the real growth happens. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the potential of confidence to overcome this, right? To embrace the challenges, see them as opportunities for growth and growth and success. So one last thing that we want to touch upon is this celebrating our achievements. When we acknowledge our progress, no matter how small they are, it reinforces the motivation, and then it really does. When you reward our success, when we acknowledge it, give yourself the power, pat on your back for every time you achieve a small step towards the goal, right? So we did talk about motivation in depth, right? So, and the strategies. And the key takeaway here is motivation isn't something, mysterious sport that we are trying to understand. It is an amazing toolbox that we can use to really achieve, So one small thing, what can you change today to really motivate yourself? The power to unlock your potential within yourself will be the first step, I think. On that note, talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.